Hey everyone, it's a late Monday night, but I just wanted to do a real quick video and share something that I actually started sharing with you this morning, and it got interrupted several times, which was fine. But I just thought, I'll probably just do it another day. Anyway, it kind of worked out good because now I have my own little testimony for walking out the very thing that I was going to share with everybody. So I can say I've lived this just recently, as in the past like 4 hours. Yesterday at church, we were singing a song where the chorus goes, I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. And it talks about, in you I'll put my trust and I will not be shaken. And I just wrote those words down yesterday as we were singing them. And I'm a bit of a visual person, so I like to see it, hear it, speak it. You know, I'm the kind that walks through the store and has to touch everything as well. So I don't know, maybe I'm balanced in all of that because I like a little bit of everything. But in writing it down, it's just like those words really challenged me, because I started thinking to myself, wow, you know, I've been shaken. I've allowed things to shake me. I've allowed things to move me, and not just emotionally. I mean, God created us with emotion. Obviously, there's gonna be times we're angry. There's times that we're gonna be sad. There are times that we absolutely need to grieve, and there's numerous times in the Bible where Jesus was moved. He was moved, but he was moved with compassion, and he was moved with a sadness, as in something that would stir up in him mercy and just that love. Whereas for me, many times when I'm moved or shaken, it is by circumstances that often I don't have any control of. Things that have happened to me personally, things that have happened around me, to my friends, especially to my kids and to my husband. And sometimes my emotions go from being normal to and healthy to becoming something that would control my thoughts and fill me more with fear or anxiety or anger and bitterness. And instead of dealing with those things and bringing those things to the Lord, I had allowed them to more control me, and ended up maybe being that place of anxiety, and not being able to just really move forward. And so, moving forward is one way the Lord wants us to move, but he doesn't want us to be shaken by anything, because when we are, then that means most likely our trust and our hope and everything that we base life on is not on him. It's misplaced. It's misplaced maybe by being based on an ability, a skill, a certain job, on money, on maybe that somebody else is going to meet my needs, or a certain thing would meet my needs, or whatever. And so my trust and my hope and my just stability needs to always be found in the Lord and in the Lord alone. And when it's not there, and I feel myself getting shaken, it's a great opportunity to just sit back and evaluate. And we've lived through quite a few earthquakes before, and I remember, the first thing you do is you just, once the ground stops shaking and you have a little bit of balance, that we would go around and we'd first check and make sure everybody was okay. We would then check to see how much damage there's been, and often we would find like new cracks in our walls, and it was just really a sign that something had shifted our foundation. And even here in the Midwest, we have basements, and so sometimes our foundations are really weakened, and it can be over time. It can be from circumstances, just the shifting around us in the ground. And so there's a lot of things that can affect that to cause weaknesses in our foundations. But if we don't take care of it and deal with it, then it can be very, very dangerous. And so in this, I really felt the Lord was just saying, check. When I start to feel something move me to a place of fear or anxiety, or just more than just deep concern, but where something I'm not able to let go of it in my mind, or I feel like I'm flipping into rescue mode or fix it mode, and it's really not me, then it's a good time to check where my foundations are and where my trust is, and ask the Lord to come and reveal those places and those things so that He can come and strengthen it. And so today, what happened is really a small thing in a way, but I had a choice to make. I took my grandkids to Target. We were rushing to try and get somewhere at a certain time, and there was other people depending on us. And so my grandkids are 5 and 3, and so we had a great time, got a little distracted. So now we were at the register and in a rush, and I had bought the kids a bag of M&Ms because they were awesome. And anyway, I paid for everything, grabbed the bags, got one of my grandkids back into the trolley, the shopping cart, and I grabbed that bag of M&Ms and my little Target card, and off we went to the car. And we got home, and we were rushing around getting certain kind of clothes on and stuff, and because we were going to do a photo shoot. And I went to grab my wallet to get them all back in the car, and I couldn't find my wallet. And I was like, oh no, what in the world have I done with it? I looked through my purse, I looked through all my bags, I looked everywhere and looked through the car, and all of a sudden I thought, oh gosh, I can see my wallet sitting on the little counter at the cash register of Target. And so I started calling, and I could not get through, and I could not get through 4 times. Now we have to be somewhere. And so I had to just lay that down. And I had this choice to make of, is this going to throw me into crazy mode and fear and panic? Because your life is practically in your wallet. It's got your license and credit cards and I don't know, all sorts of things that really could screw up your life if somebody else got a hold of it. And I'm thinking, did I leave it in the shopping cart? Did I leave it on my roof of my car? And so I had to actually just call myself, kind of like, okay, stop it. Like, you are just talking to the Lord this morning about not being moved and not being shaken by things that are absolutely, especially absolutely out of your control, those things that are out of your control. And so I had to kind of get myself in check. Go, okay, God, I trust you, even if something bad, went so terribly wrong and somebody's out there charging a lot of money on all the credit cards and stuff in my wallet. I had to trust the Lord. What was I going to do? And so I had this great opportunity to walk out what I had just been wanting to share with everybody else. And I felt the Lord just say, it's not in your own strength. It's not in your own might. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And you have to learn to trust me, even when circumstances are bad. And so I just began to pray that the Lord would, just prompt somebody to turn it in, or He would hide it until I could figure out if it was in that shopping cart. Nobody would get that shopping cart. And we had to do our next appointment, and that was like an hour and a half before I could even get back to Target. And again, I'm still trying to call and can't get through. And so I head back out there as soon as we were done, and sure enough, somebody had turned in my wallet. and it had been left at the register. And fortunately, nothing was missing and nothing was gone. But I tell you, that little 10-minute drive, I had some great conversations with God, and I actually felt like, okay, I did well in this. And I mean, I am really fortunate that somebody did turn it in. I didn't have to face that what if somebody had not, and didn't have to deal with any of that. But again, it was just a minor challenge, a minor circumstance that could come and shake me and move me. And so it just, again, made me spend that little extra time of evaluating, God, do I really, really believe that you are good and that you are for me and that my life is in your hands? Have I really surrendered everything to you, no matter what's going on around me? And so it was good. It ended up good. I felt the Lord just affirm me, and again, just show me some of those weaknesses and those cracks in my foundation. And most of it is rooted in pride, where when we're in control of something, everything's fine. But when we're not in control and there's not anything that we can do about something necessarily, then are we really going to trust in Him? And that's when the rubber meets the road, so to speak. So anyway, I hope that this encourages you. I hope you can just find yourself just reaching out for the Lord and standing firm in His word and in His promises when maybe things around you are starting to shift and shake and just get a little bit out of control, or really their control is an illusion anyway. So it is out of our control, but it's completely in His, and we can trust Him in spite of our circumstances. So anyway, bless you, and that's a little piece of my life today. Have a good day.